So the story is about a town in the Western countries. Suddenly, there is news into the area that this very town has the reserves of gold. And the moment everybody understands that there are gold reserves, everybody rushes to buy land into this place. Those who earlier had land, they never sell, and those lands which were vacant were quickly taken up. And so is one person who buys a decent amount of land by selling all his fortune. Literally, he sells everything to buy that piece of land. And after he's bought the land, he first thing is he fences it, and then he starts to excavate the land. Time passes, but everybody else but this man finds any treasure. The rest of the people start finding treasure. Some find it in small quantities, few find it in huge quantities and make a good living out of selling that gold reserves. They build houses, they have a comfortable life that point onwards. But this man, he finds it very difficult to find absolutely anything on his piece of land. On days there are traces of gold which he finds, but they are very meager in amount. But he knows something within him that there is a huge reserve. So he spends the rest of the life excavating the same place. He marries and still continues doing the same. He gets a child, he has a son, but yet he continues doing it until he becomes very old. Now with his son who grows up into a young lad, and this old man, apparently the man becomes old without finding any reserves. He is living a meager life where it's difficult for them to put food on the table on a 2 square meal basis. Now he tells his son, no matter what happens, son, don't sell the land. One fine day, we are going to strike a huge reserve of gold on this land because I know for sure. But the young boy, a little bit impatient and looking at the troubles that the father has taken, decides something else once he becomes a little bit adult. What he decides is, he swaps the land to another person, and with the amount that he has got, he buys another land, and he doesn't tell his father all about this. And as he gets a new land, on one fine day, two things happen. As the father is sitting watching the news, there is news on the channel that the very land that they were owning, they have found the biggest treasure on that same piece of land. And it's in the news. Now he's into all tears. He's so happy that ultimately, and he says to his wife, see, I had told one fine day we are going to strike gold over there. And at the same time, his son rushes to his house and he says, Father, I found gold. And the father says, yes, it's in the news. And the son gets a little confused. And he takes his hand in the pocket and removes 2 small pieces of gold. And he shows it to the father. This is what I found on our land. And the father says, what are you saying? In the news, they are saying that the biggest reserve of the entire place historically so far is found on the piece of land that we own. And now he's confused. He rushes to that place and sees that it's fenced, and the person who's bought the land has found the greatest treasure over there. In the meanwhile, his father also arrives at the place, and now suddenly the son feels absolutely pain trembling from his knees, where he cannot stand on the floor, and he falls down onto the ground and confesses to his father, Father, I should have listened to you. I sold that land to someone else to buy another land, and I made a blunder. Now here's what. How many times have you in your life been on this situation is the question that you have to ask. Also, there was a question that one of the students, Rachna, asked is, if the same holds good. Many a times you are also told that don't get stuck with the old stuff. Move on and change. So what holds good? What does the story hold for you? Should you move on or should you hold to the same places? Whatever you can apply. And for everything there are laws and principles. Okay? Come up with your own thinking. Write down your story and submit it before Friday evening. Got it? Those who are going to submit it before Friday evening are going to get access to be there on the live session or get the recorded sessions. Those who do not, you are not going to be a part of the Goldmine sessions. A little bit strict. Okay, pay the price and expect heat. And understand that fitness, take it with your own stuff. Look around you, your own life. You have moved from gym to pillar to yoga to Pilates to cycling to, like you have been running around without getting the right results. Maybe Does this story give you the right answers? Is the question all about. Got it? It's for you to explore and collectively see what comes out on the Saturday Gold Mine. How many of you are willing to submit the assignment before Friday? How many of you are willing to do it? Write it, take a picture and submit it. As simple as that. It can be a one-liner or it could be a para or it could be an entire story. Whatever it is, I need to see your name flashing over there, and if the team confirms your name is what you're going to get access to the live or the recorded. Got it? Thank you so much.